Using cruise control inside of the Ford Expedition is a very straightforward process. This is a 2025 plus model video. If you want to walk through on the last generation, you'll find that down in the description of this video. The 2025 plus models have 3 different types of cruise control available. There's normal cruise, adaptive cruise, and then BlueCruise, which is full hands-free driving. And the difference between the 3 of them: normal cruise control, if you set your speed at, let's say, 50, the car in front of you slows down, yours will not brake. So you just have to really be paying attention there. The adaptive is your set it and forget it cruise. So you set it at 50, the car in front of you slows down, yours will automatically brake. They change lanes, you change lanes, it'll pick you back up to your previously set speed. And then there's the BlueCruise system, which is full hands-free driving. So good on highways or interstates, but you've got that adaptive cruise system setting turned on. And then on highways or interstates, you don't even have to have your hands on the steering wheel or your feet on the gas and the brake. The car will do everything for you. There's even the option for lane change assist, which I'll highlight in just a second. But actually using the cruise control system is done with the pad along the left-hand side. And as we move up and down, you'll be able to see it adjust inside of the cluster screen. So you toggle the system on this way, and it's going to set you at whatever your current speed is as you drive. You'd then be able to increase, decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time just by pushing up or down this way. You can push and hold up or push and hold down to increase, decrease at larger increments. You can hit the brake pedal to cancel, pause your speed. You can push the button in the middle there in order to cancel, pause your speed, and then push in again in order to resume your previously set speed. There's then also a distance indicator, so along the outer part of the pad here, you tap that, and then you can move up or down in order to be able to change out how close or far you are away from the leading vehicle. I'm personally okay level 1 most of the time, but you might want to be on level 2, 3, or 4, just depending on your own personal comfort level. Then inside of the infotainment system, if you were to go to your little car icon here, and then you've got your vehicle settings, I'm going to go driver assistance. You've then got a series of options here, but you've got cruise control as the first one, and that's where you get into the different types of cruise control. So with that normal cruise, you set your speed at 50, car in front of you slows down, and yours will not brake, so you just have to be paying attention. Versus the adaptive cruise control system, that's the set it and forget it cruise. So you set it at 50, if the car in front of you slows down, yours automatically brakes. They change lanes, you change lanes, it'll pick you back up to your previously set speed. There's also lane centering here, which lane centering is going to be different from the available lane keeping system here. So lane keeping you can toggle on or off this way. But the difference, the lane keeping system, if you start to veer over into another lane without signaling, it's actually going to nudge you back into your lane, or it'll give you a little bit of a steering wheel vibration. Almost like you're running over a rumble pavement, but I'll explain that one a bit more in a second. The lane centering system here kicks it up a notch and a half. So as long as the lane markings are recognized, it's going to keep you perfectly balanced in your lane. If you lose focus for up to 10 seconds, rubbernecking like an idiot, etc., it'll keep you perfectly balanced as long as those lane markings are recognized, so even if your hands are off the wheel for a second. But that's not the BlueCruise system. So there's also BlueCruise. On highways or interstates, when you use the adaptive cruise control system, you'll notice that the cluster screen here goes a beautiful, vibrant blue. And that's when you know that the full hands-free driving experience is activated. So you don't have to use the steering wheel whatsoever or the gas and the brake. The car does everything for you. So it's automatically going to speed you up, slow you down as necessary. It controls everything for you. So it's going to take you perfectly around bends. You can leave your hands fully off the steering wheel. It is a beautiful system. But if you don't want to use that BlueCruise system on highways and interstates, you can just use the steering wheel at any point in time. You don't need to worry about the hands-free side of things, but you can toggle the lane keeping system off if you really wanted to, or you can toggle the lane centering system off there instead. But then you just wouldn't have those extra safety backups when you're using the adaptive cruise. So you do have options available, but like I said, the easiest, if you're using BlueCruise and you just don't want the hands-free element, grip onto the steering wheel and just steer yourself. There's in-lane repositioning available here too. So really useful, you're on highways, interstates, etc. The way that one works is that if there's a vehicle coming up on either your left or your right side, what the car's going to do is actually shoot you into the outer part of your lane. So it's actually pretty neat from a basic safety perspective, so that you don't have to really worry about rock chips and if people start to swerve over into your lane, etc. There's also the option for lane change assist. So with the lane change assist, when you're using that BlueCruise system, you'd hit the turn stalk to go left or right, It's going to check to see if there's anybody in the lane next to you, and then it automatically changes lanes to the left or the right side. So you don't even need to have your hands on the steering wheel, again, because it's all part of that BlueCruise hands-free driving system. You've got your predictive speed assist here too, with a speed adjustment or a tolerance level. So the way that the predictive speed assist works, let's say if you've got the adaptive cruise system going and the speed drops from 50 down to 40, it can decrease your speed automatically. If the speed goes from 40 up to 60, it can increase your speed automatically as well. So it's pretty neat. I'm personally just not a fan of that system. And then the other one is going to be your lane keeping system. So that one works 3 different ways. So you've got either an alert, an aid, or both. So that's one where you're either going to get a steering wheel vibration, it'll nudge you back into your lane, or it'll do a mixture of the 2 of those things. But let's go through a little live drive demonstration, and I'll show you how the cruise control system works. But I gotta say, I love that there's the blind spot system there too now, so it utilizes those side-mounted cameras to show you what's going on in your blind spot. All right. So I'm on a 50 road right now. What's this bus doing? 50 road right now, and I can push up in order to increase to that speed. I'd be able to either increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time this way now. If I wanted to increase, decrease at larger increments, I absolutely could. If you were coming up to a light and there's nobody in front of you and the light's turning red, you have to manually brake yourself so it doesn't have red light detection there. You then got your distance indicator. So it's how close or far are you from the leading vehicle with those 4 unique levels that are available. As I mentioned, I'm okay level 1 the majority of the time. If you're in slippery, snowy conditions, you might not even want to use the cruise control system, but I would recommend at that point be on level 4. The car does have full stop and go capabilities here too. And I mentioned it's got that lane centering system. So the lane markings are recognized. It's keeping me perfectly balanced in the lane. The cars in front of me are slowing down. My car is automatically braking here too. And it can bring you, yeah, there we go. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Like I said, not self-driving unless you're using the BlueCruise system on highways, interstates. But it can bring you right down to a complete stop with stop and go capabilities. If it's not speeding up fast enough for you, you can hit the accelerator pedal at any point in time if you wanted to be able to increase your vehicle speed a little bit faster from there. If you hit the brake pedal to pause your speed, or you hit the button in the middle to pause, you just push resume again. So it's the button in the middle of the steering wheel there to either pause, cancel, resume your speed as necessary. If you want full walkthroughs, like you want to know how to use all the different steering wheel buttons, go through the cluster screen or the infotainment, you'll find full walkthroughs down in the description of this video. But that's how you use the cruise control system inside of the Ford Expedition.